don't understand you, Simon. He knocked Shane off his bike. He was protecting those creeps at the car yard, and you say we do nothing about it.
Can't, Angel. I said we can't.
Yes, we can. We report him.
Listen to me, please. I've already checked with my lawyer. All we've got is a chain of circumstances.
It's pretty strong stuff.
Maybe, but it's not evidence. Without that boy, we couldn't prove any of it.
Oh, great. So what was all that today? Showing everyone how clever you are? I'm sorry. I didn't mean that, Simon. I just wish I'd listened to you sooner.
Well, it's out in the open now. At least you know the truth.
Yeah.
Where's Chris? He said he was going to look at my football.
He's at the police station, darling.
Why?
He had some crooks to catch.
He didn't say goodbye.
It was an emergency.
Darling heart. Chris isn't coming round anymore.
Why?
He's going to be very busy. Oh, great.
G'day there, Angel. I didn't realise you were off it on today.
I'm not.
A social call. Sit down, then I'll make you a cup of coffee.
Actually, there's something I've got to tell you guys. I just found out who knocked Shane off his bike that night. Take it easy.
Mind your own business, Constable. Sorry, Terry. Just not having much of a day, that's all.
Anything I can do?
Not unless you can stop people spreading vicious rumours about me, no.
And you might be doing that.
Tommy Blake. Simon Broadhurst.
Simon Broadhurst.
You know him?
Well, we met, but he's the last person I'd accuse of spreading vicious rumours about you. Last I heard him, he was singing your praises, saying what a great cop you were, going on about what an example you were, didn't drink, all that.
That's why not drinking got to... You haven't been telling him anything about me, have you? Nothing about a certain Christmas party. Because if you have, Constable, your life around here is about to become very, very uncomfortable. She's hot out here, mate. Got a sweat up before I even started.
You better get used to that, you mongrel. That's how it's going to be from now on.
Why don't you just watch your language?
You're not wearing your sergeant's stripes now. Even if you were, it wouldn't make any difference. People around here think you're a mongrel in them or out of them.
Get out. I'm not going to ask you again.
I'm not leaving till I see my daughter.
You won't see her in here, Keith.
Jeez, you took your time.
Been creating a few problems, have you, mate?
It's not me, it's everyone else. All I want to do is see my daughter. That's not too much to ask, is it?
Maybe not. You want to see what I can do?
Do you mean that?
Yeah, I'll have a talk to Hannah. See if we can arrange a meeting. Have to be supervised, though.
Sure. Anything.
Well, good. Now, why don't you make yourself scarce before I do you with creating a disturbance?
You will let me know how it goes with Hannah?
As soon as I get a chance to talk to her. Okay, so what do you want to do?
What do you mean?
You want to make a complaint?
Well, I guess as long as he pays for the damage he caused, there's no reason to take it any further.
Fair enough. Oh, look, we'll be back a bit later on to get a statement from you.
What for? You know what happened.
Just for the record. You understand.
And then you walked in and took control of the situation. I don't think I need to tell you what happened after that. I'm sure you can rely on your own memory for the rest of the details.
Tell me, is Simon still around?
No. Not that it's any of your business. But he will be returning in a couple of months in case you're interested.
Yeah, could be. And what about those mystery deposits going in your bank account? Any of those shown up lately?
I beg your pardon?
It's a simple enough question.
Not that I'm aware of.
Good. You know, it's an interesting theory that friend of yours had about me having something to do with that.
More than a theory.
You need proof to make it fact, Angel. Evidence.
You're right. You should never convict someone without proof. That's not how it's done, is it? And you should never give back the money to someone without being 100% sure where it came from in the first place. But sometimes you just know, without proof. And the best way to deal with it is to give the money back in the first place.
Say hello to Dylan for me.
No, thanks.
Don, hello, come in.
Sorry, I can come back if it's inconvenient.
Oh, no, that's all right. Sergeant Hale was just about to leave.
Oh, right.
Actually, Don, while I got you here, we may as well set a date for my road safety lecture for the Year 7s. So, one day next week.
As a matter of fact, I think I heard some of the students mention they'd rather Constable Garner gave the talk.
And what about you, Don? Who would you rather have?
I think I prefer the constable as well.
I'll get her to give you a call this afternoon.
So, you didn't have such a good time last night, Don?
It was okay.
Just so that you haven't said nothing. Normally I can't shut you up after a party.
I just wasn't into it.
Listen, love, give yourself a bit more time to get over Jesse. He'll come good.
Really miss him.
I know.
Chloe was on her way home the other night when a bad man came along and hurt her. He hit her.
Why? Did she do something wrong?
No, he was just bad.
I hit Christopher.
I know, sweetheart, and that was wrong too, but this is much worse. The man who hit Chloe was a grown-up, and he was very, very strong. And he hurt her a lot more than you hurt Christopher.
Why?
Because he wanted something that she couldn't give him. Just like you wanted Chris's toys.
Did he make her cry?
Yes, he did. I'm sure he did.
Can we go and see her?
Oh, maybe later, darling, when she's feeling a bit better.
What about the bad man?
He's somewhere. But don't you worry, the police are going to catch him and put him in jail, and then we'll never have to think about him again.
Sergeant Hale will catch him.
Uh-huh.
I like Sergeant Hale.
Duncan, look. Oh, well done. Come on, kids, sit down over there. What can I get you?
Oh, just a coffee, thanks.
I'm off, Alice. Now, are you sure you can manage?
Yeah, I'm fine, love. You go.
Look, I'll take Duncan for the arvo if you want.
Oh, would you? That'd be marvellous. Why don't you take a seat? I'll bring it over.
Oh, thanks, no hurry.
She seems really nice, doesn't she? I must say it's difficult being civil to Chris Hale these days, knowing what we know.
I can't believe he's still in a job.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all thought he was such a decent bloke, but innocent until proven guilty, they say.
Oh, he's guilty, all right.
There's still no real proof that he was the one who hit Shane, though.
It was him, Alice, I know it. Unfortunately, there's only one person who can prove that.
And he's not around.
You've never heard from him? Not even a postcard?
Nothing. How much do I owe you, Mrs. Stewart?
$2.50, thanks, love.
If Angel's right and Hale did have something to do with Shane's accident, then Jessie's the only person who can prove it.
Well, seems a bit far-fetched to me.
No, it makes sense. Hale should have arrested Jessie when he caught him stealing that car, but he didn't. He just gave him a character reference and told him to get out of town and stay out.
It's just so hard to believe that Chris Hale would do such a thing.
I guess we'll never know for sure.
Well, without any hard evidence.
Unless I can find him.
Selina, should you be reading someone else's mail?
Listen, it says if he doesn't re-register for the doll by the 16th, he'll be taken off the list. That's tomorrow.
Well, he's going to miss out then, isn't he? Because he hasn't got the letter we have.
I'm going to ring them.
Well, what good will that do?
I don't know. Maybe they've heard from him since. Hello? I've got a letter addressed to Jessie McGregor. It's from your department. 12 Pacific Road, Summer Bay. No, he's not staying here at the moment, and I just... Oh, right. You've heard from him? I don't suppose you'll be able to give me his new address. No, I guess not. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
What did they say?
Well, he's contacted them and they've got his new address. And they've sent him another letter.
So?
So, there's a good chance he'll be going down there today to re-register.
Do you think so?
No, probably not. Selina, you cannot possibly hang around outside the DSS all day waiting for him to turn up.
No, I guess not.
It's completely impractical.
Stupid.
You'd be wasting your time.
Completely.
You know, what are you doing this afternoon?
Well, there's an essay I've got to finish first.
And then?
Then I think I'll head down to the DSS.
Hi, Selina. Is Chloe in?
Upstairs in a room.
Do you mind if I go up? There's a couple of things I need to ask her.
You can try. She's been pretty quiet. Says she wants to be left alone.
Well, maybe she'll talk to me.
Yeah, maybe. Listen, do you need me? I have to go out.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'm on my way.
G'day, Selina. Where are you off to?
Nowhere? Why?
Just wondering. Thought you might be going out to look for that boy.
Why would you think that?
Just a hunch. You know, you really should try and forget all about him. And we all know he's a little crim and not really the sort of person we need here in Summer Bay. And if you want what's best for him, you probably make sure he doesn't try and come back. Just take it as a friendly piece of advice, okay? That was quick, Constable.
Oh, well, she's asleep. I didn't want to wake her. Thanks, Selina. Tell her I called and I'll come back later.
Think about what I said, won't you?
Selina?
Jesse!
So good to see you. What are you doing here?
Well, I found out today was the last day you could register for benefits, and knowing you...
And now I leave everything to the last minute.
I've missed you so much.
Me too.
You've got to come back.
I can't, Selina. Don't ask me to explain, all right? I'll do anything for you, but I can't come back to Summer Bay.
Jesse, it's going to be okay. I know all about what happened with Sergeant Hale. He's bluffing. The only reason he's not in jail is because the one person who can prove he's a hit-and-run driver is you. So you've got to come back.
I just don't know, Selina. I mean, you start messing with the police and it's not just me I'm thinking of, you know. I don't want you getting into trouble as well.
You should listen to him, Selina.
This is harassment. You can't stop me from talking to anyone I want to.
It's not harassment, Selina. Just a friendly warning not to get involved with the wrong sort of people.
Yeah, well, no one's interested in your warnings, or hadn't you noticed?
Why don't we ask Jesse his opinion on the subject?
Why couldn't you just let it go, Selina?
Jesse?
I'll say see you around, Jesse. I guess I won't, will I?
Jess?
You don't know what he's like.
You don't have to be afraid anymore, Jesse. Nobody is. Everyone knows what he did, and it's only a matter of time till he gets chucked out. That's what they all say. So all that stuff you said about wanting to be with me, that was all bull, was it? Have I been kidding myself that you're going to come back? Angel.
Jesse, where have you been?
Oh, you know, here and there.
Everything about Hale is true. And I'm telling you, he's scared now Jesse's back.
He's scared.
He followed me down to the DSS while I was looking for Jesse. Gave me a friendly warning about talking to the wrong people.
Why did you leave without telling anyone?
It was either that or go to jail. Hal gave him the choice.
I knew it had to be something like that after he spoke up for you at the hearing.
Yeah, well, he didn't do it out of the goodness of his heart, did he?
Whoever you can think of that your fingerprints could have ended up on Chloe's shoe.
Oh, yeah, I go around handling girls' shoes all the time. It's a fetish of mine.
Alex?
Look, I'm trying. For God's sake, can't you see I'm trying? Look, I walk along the beach. I pick stuff up. I think, can I use this in a picture? When I picked up Chloe's bracelet, maybe if a shoe was nearby, I picked that up as well.
You wanted to do a picture of a girl's shoe.
No, I didn't say I wanted to. I said I might have just thought about it, you know? I mean, a shoe, a piece of driftwood, the beach, footprints in the sand at times, something like that. And the fact that I threw the damn thing away again shows I must have thought it was a pretty dumb idea, right?
I'll be in touch.
I just can't believe you're really here. I never thought I'd see you again. So don't ever go away again, okay?
You know, there is something worse than not seeing someone again.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, seeing them.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Well, seeing them and not being able to talk to them.
Huh?
After I left, I sneaked back a couple of times. Just at night so Hale wouldn't know I was around. Just to see if you're all right. And you almost caught me once. You came along the beach road. I don't know, you'd probably been at Shannon's or something. And I was standing by that tree across the road and you walked straight past me. Talk about difficult being that close to you and not being able to talk to you.
You dork, why didn't you?
It was so tough saying goodbye to you the first time that I didn't want to put either of us through that again. And if Hale found out I'd been back.
Well, he knows you're back now.
Yeah.
And he's not going to drive you away again. No, Jesse, I mean it. We're not going to let him. You've got to promise me that.
Hey, I promise.
He actually followed you down to the DSS.
Pretty big coincidence him being there if he didn't.
You know, that's like harassment.
Yeah, right. So who do we complain to? The police?
The ombudsman?
I don't think so.
Well, he ran Shane off the road and just left him there. Do you know, Angel could probably get compensation or something.
I don't think she's interested. I think she just wants him put away.
Oh.
Evening, Shannon.
What do you want now?
Any idea where Alex might be?
I haven't seen him for a few hours. What do you want him for?
I just thought he might be interested to know we've arrested a man in connection with the attack on Chloe.
What?
Yeah, we believe he's been responsible for 4 other attacks along the coast in the past week. We got a positive ID from the last one and they picked him up an hour ago.
Alex is off the hook.
Well, it looks that way, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm coming.
What are you doing here?
Look, I just want to talk to you.
I told you I don't want you near this house.
Look, please, I'll keep it short.
You've been drinking.
Me? Come on, I don't drink. Everybody knows that. Hey, unless, of course, you know, someone spiked my drink or something. People do that, you know. It's a pretty lousy trick to play, really. Especially if the guy that you're doing it to's maybe a cop. And that was his whole life. Never wanted to do anything else. And then maybe on his way home he got into an accident and he knocked someone down. And he just saw them lying there. And he could see everything he ever wanted just go out the window. And then, because he'd been drinking and, you know, maybe he's not used to it, he wasn't thinking too straight. So he had one moment of cowardice and he just drove off and left them there. And if something like that had happened when, well, maybe that cop hasn't known a moment's peace since. Don't you think?
You're kidding. I wish I was.
You okay?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, he didn't hurt you or threaten you.
No, we just talked about what a great cop he was and how one little mistake shouldn't be allowed to ruin his perfect career and how sorry he was.
Jerk.
I'm so angry, Kelly. How dare he use me as a dumping ground for his guilt?
Well, I suggest you call the cops, but who do you talk to and what would you say?
And he was drunk. God, if only I had a witness. He virtually confessed to everything.
You're shaking.
Oh, I'll be fine.
guts to get out of the car.
Sat there like a moron hiding behind his sunnies.
If you had any gumption at all, young fella, you'd get off your backside and get into the nearest cop shop and tell the right people what you know.
But isn't that simple?
Of course it's that flaming simple. You're either on one side of the fence or the other.
What is it with everyone around here? Suddenly I'm the one who has to single-handedly land the crooked cop. Where's it going to get me except into a heap of trouble?
No one else has got the proof you've got.
Listen, man, I've got the cops following me. I've had the whole of Summer Bay on my back telling me to do the right thing. I didn't come back here to get involved in all this, right?
Jesse, it's okay.
No, it's not okay. I mean... I'm gonna need this.
What did you come back for?
Jesse, you shouldn't let Sergeant Hale get away with this, because police is supposed to be on our side.
G'day, Irene. Another burger and chips to go, please.
I'll look after this, Irene. We're all out of burgers and chips.
Yeah, right.
Way to go, Mr. Stewart.
All right, any clues? Because I give up.
You want a clue? Come with me.
When you overeat, you're really good, so...
Stop it! Just stop the jokes. If you think you can come back into my life and play games with me, one of us is dumber than we look. You wanted a clue? Here. Take this and put it in your bag and try working it out whatever you get to wherever you're going to run to this time. You think I didn't see it in your face when Alf and Shannon were giving you a hard time at the diner?
What else can I do, Sil?
Don't! I don't want to talk about it. You've made up your mind. Just go.
You know I don't want to.
But you are. I wish you'd told me about it before you came back. Or better still, I wish you hadn't come back at all. Now will you please just get out?
And we need to know now if you'll be prepared to give evidence at the trial if you're called.
But he's going to be in there, isn't he? The guy.
Yes, he is.
And in front of everyone, I have to get up and say what he did to me?
It's the only way we're going to be able to nail him.
No, I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Look, Chloe, I know this is a tough call, but this is the way the system works.
Look, she said she'll think about it. She's getting upset, all right?
I'm just trying to do my job, Selina.
You're such a hypocrite. Were you just trying to do your job this morning when you monstered Jesse on the next bus out of the bay? Take your sharing and caring copper routine someplace else.
Well, why don't you come down to the station a bit later on and talk it over with either me or Terry?
Yeah.
See you later. Gotten something?
Yeah, I had. Thanks for reminding me.
What can I get? Looks like it's just not your day for food, doesn't it? What's the matter, Sarge? Don't you have the guts to speak to me when you're sober? You got the guts to pick on teenage kids who can't fight back? And to scare women alone in their house at night? And even to run people over with your car? What's so scary about talking to me in broad daylight, huh?
Not much point, is there, Angel? Just about said it all.
I'll have a toasted cheese and tomato sandwich, a strawberry shake. What's so funny?
Love, I'm surprised you didn't trip over him coming through the door.
Jess! Go on. You didn't go?
Almost. I've been hanging to see you.
Me too. So what's the story? You've even got Irene pleased to see you.
Hal came down and parked at the bus stop. And all of a sudden I thought, if I go now, this is the way it's going to be forever. Him pushing and me shoving. So I looked at our map, looked at him, got up off the bench and walked straight past him.
Way to go! So what do you think he's going to do?
Keep hassling till I go.
And?
I'm not going anywhere. Except maybe out of the cops to tell them about Hale, but you reckon you'll still be around afterwards if I do?
I'll still be here.
You might have a bit of a wait, like 6 months or so.
I know that. I'm really proud of you.
Look, I know I'm going to regret saying this, but if you stick to your guns and see this through, so will I. Look, I'm sorry, Angel doesn't work here anymore, but I'm bound to be seeing her. I could pass on a message easy.
Oh, you could tell her to ring Constable Garner. Look, any idea where I might find her in the meantime?
Well, the Wave Cafe over at the Surf Club is worth a shot.
Thanks.
You got a minute?
Not really. Isn't important.
It's about Sergeant Hale and where he got his car fixed.
Information that might assist the police.
All but one of them.
Look, I'm not prepared to talk to you off the record, Jesse. Sergeant Hale's just confessed to a hit and run and been placed on suspension pending an investigation. If you have anything to say directly relevant to this, come down to the station and make a statement. But be sure you're aware of the ramifications before you do so.
Yeah. Did you hear all that?
He turned himself in. They don't need you.
Yeah.
What made you finally do it?
The kids. Saw the way they looked at me.
I've been looking at you like that for weeks.
You had it right.
And those kids?
Had a right to believe in me and the uniform that I wore. I could see in their faces I'd taken it away from them.
What makes them any more special than me, Chris?
You were one mistake. One mistake that I thought if I worked at long enough and hard enough, I could make up for.
That mistake cost me my husband's life.
I can't remember if I said it to you the other night. I'm sorry.
When my daughter grows up, I'm sure she will be too. And I hope you remember that every day for the rest of your life.
There hasn't been a day since Shane died that I haven't.